author is going to be on the show later in the week. He has a new book that I'll be talking to him about. If you listen to this show on iHeartRadio from outside Ohio, tell me where. I always like to find out where people are listening to the show. Sean is a bureau chief in Mount Carmel, PA. Nick listens in North Bay, Ontario. The app is available, of course, all throughout North America. Jason is a new listener in Tallahassee, Alabama. Sonia listens in Schenectady, New York. And Bob is in Palm Bay, Florida. Palm Bay. I will have Outlaw Festival tickets for you all week at 5:20. That happens end of July. It's Willie Nelson, ZZ Top, Government Mule, and Larkin Poe. I'm bummed we're going to miss it because we're going to be on the Jersey Shore that week. I heard from... who did I hear from? Bill. He's our South Jersey bureau chief. And he mentioned that where we're going to be, which is near Normandy Beach, he said that was the epicenter of all of the Hurricane Sandy destruction.
Oh, wow.
Years and years ago. And also he linked me to a story about how the beaches were reopening after more needles washed up onto the Jersey.
Hell yeah.
So I told Gwen, I go, we should probably be wearing aqua socks or flip-flops or something while we're out there.
Just stay on the boardwalk.
Just to be careful.
The sand is... You don't need to go on the sand.
But you like to walk on the sand. If you're on a beach...
Carrying your little shoesies, your little flip-flops in hand.
No, I'm the guy who will walk out on the... If it looks hinky, I'm the guy that will walk on the sand in the flip-flops.
That's so much more annoying.
I know, because then you get sand...
It's flicking up into your pants.
I understand. I do it slowly. But I just... Unless you're on one of those beaches that everybody knows is just pristine, I'm wearing flip-flops because who the hell knows what's in that sand, especially in the Jersey Shore.
Yeah.
I'm not effing around when we're out there, man. Provided that we do... I might get voted down on a little beach walk.
Drunk Mary would come out, go into the Jersey Shore, and come out look like a pincushion covered in needles.
I'm ready for it. I got another addiction.
Yeah, right. Be like a Saw 2 challenge or something. You mentioned last week that 90s show was going to be Kitty and Red.
Yeah.
That whole cast is coming back.
I saw that after we had mentioned it, but I still think it's like based around Kitty and Red, but yeah, I guess they got everybody. That's pretty cool.
not
Danny Masterson.
Danny Masterson, because he's fighting that rape beef.
But that's still going on?
Yeah.
I think it was
I thought it was like 5 years ago.
I know.
It was. Those things can take a while. Plus, even if you were found like you
still have the stink on you.
Yeah,
no matter what.
that stink on you. 5 of the 6 original stars. I'm kind of surprised that they're getting them all to do it.
Are Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher are married?
They're married, so they'll just go and do it. But like Topher Grace, Laura Prepon, Vilmer Valderrama, they're all going to do it.
He's so hot. He's still hot. He aged well.
Was he with Lindsay Lohan for a while?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, they were.
Yeah.
I forgot they were a couple.
Mm.
That's probably what drove her nuts. She got some of that Latin D. It ruined her life.
That ruined her life?
Because I hear the worst kept secret in Hollywood is that he's like super hung. So all the girls that he has dated, like they all went downhill after they broke up.
They don't know what they're going to do without it.
He dated Demi Lovato.
Oh, right, Demi
for like
Lovato.
10 years.
Yeah, they were like engaged or something.
I don't think they ever got to the point of being engaged, but it was like a decade-long relationship. And after that,
he dated Mandy Moore. He dated Ashley Simpson.
He humped the gender out of Demi Lovato.
He said, "Oh, you don't want to be with me anymore? How about, do you want to be with they? You want to go be with them? Go be with them then, because I'm them."
I'm non-binary now because I couldn't handle me no Wilmer Valderrama.
Ooh, that was...
He's a good-looking dude, man. He's 42. He's a good-looking guy. But he's got to go back and do that lisp, right? Didn't Fez have a lisp?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I love that show.
See, and that's the thing, though. I didn't find him attractive in that show. Like I found,
no, because he had the long feathered hair.
Yeah, he wasn't cute in that show. But then, like we see him in real life,
he was like the foreign guy who didn't know anything.
It's almost like Urkel and Stefan. Like Stefan, I'm like, oh, Stefan's hot, but Urkel. Ugh.
What about like the episodes where he'd show off and do like a dance move, and so they could get, you wouldn't be like, oh, maybe he does have a little something.
No, he played that character. I mean, that's the trait of a great actor, is the fact that I completely
bought it. Yeah.
Yeah, he played that role so well. He was completely like unsexual to me. The least
And
bit.
you're sitting there next to Topher Grace, who could take their eyes off of him.
Oh, man.
Well, he did a voice in Encanto. So he still works. When my older kids were younger, they used to watch this show called Handy Manny. Does anybody remember Handy Manny?
Yeah, I know that one.
And Wilmer Valderrama was the voice of Manny on Handy Manny, which I think was like a Bob the Builder ripoff or something. But I always thought the name Handy Manny sounded a little freaky. Alan Cox Show After Hours line. 216-986-8903.
Hey, Alan, it's Joe from Kent, Ravenna.
This is the drunk guy that called us, right? I don't think he gave us his name last time he called.
Sounds the same.
Ah.
I'm a truck driver. I listen to you religiously. Hey, I love your show. You're really funny. Stay away from the politics again. But
Oh, right. He was the guy who said, stay away from politics. How come you don't talk about politics?
Yeah.
Right.
who cares? Whatever. You have to do that because you're left. I might be a little bit right or in the middle, but you guys are so funny if you just stay away from politics.
By the way, talking politics doesn't make me any less funny. It's not a zero-sum game. You might get mad that I'm right all the time, but that's okay, too.
The only time he's right.
Yeah!
Hey.
Regarding Mary with the magicians, I got a friend here who wants to talk to Mary about magicians. Hey, hold on. I'll hand the phone to him. Hello. Is this Mary?
He's doing shtick.
I love it. I love it.
Oh, I got a friend here. Let me hand the phone to him.
Hello.
I would suggest to Joe not
Hey,
to do
sizzle
shtick.
chest.
Keep telling us not to do things and stop doing shtick.
I want him to do shtick.
Is this Mary? It is. Mary. Mary. I am a magician. My stage name is Judini.
All right.
Judini. I can make an investment or any amount of money.
Judini. So when he said he was to the right, he meant to the right of Goebbels, was what he was trying to tell. I'm kind of in the center. Anyway, I'm Judini.
Yeah, when you guys talk politics,
I hate it.
Amount of money disappear within 24 hours. And if you want to come backstage, Mary, I can show you a real trick. I can make a 6-inch sausage disappear and reappear multiple times on command.
Yeah. I guess that's the end of the call there. There you go. Wow. How do you like that?
No, thank you.
Oh, he's not going to change your mind?
I'll
well, now I
pass.
don't like magic either.
Joe
He
from
ruined it
Ravenna?
for everyone.
By the way, if you're going to do stereotype jokes, you have to nail the stereotype.
Yeah, what was that voice?
Jews aren't good with money and have 6-inch penises couldn't be further away from the stereotype.
Honey, I know some Jews.
I'm
that will-
Judini. I'll make your money disappear and I have a 6-inch penis. He went the exact opposite way with the stereotypes. Don't talk politics. Anyway, the Jews. God, Joe. Anyway, so that doesn't change your mind, Mary, about...
No.
By the way, tomorrow is Ohio primary voting day.
All right.
All politics is local. Remember that. All politics is... The polls open at 6:30 a.m. tomorrow.
Be there at 6:31
Vote.
p.m.
Who are you voting for?
I don't say who I'm voting for.
Oh, lame.
But Indiana's primary is tomorrow. We have bureau chiefs all over the country. Arkansas, Georgia, Alabama. All these new Republican voter suppression laws are getting ready to be tested to see if they work the way they want them to, which is to restrict and confuse, non-white voters in urban areas or non-Republican districts. And Ohio's no different. So tomorrow, a lot of people, I think, they don't think about primary voting as a big deal. But it's all a big deal. If you believe in the voting process. A lot of people don't believe in that either. Certainly don't want another Jew call from Joe. But, hey, Mary, I got a friend here. Hey, Mary. I'll make a 6-inch sausage disappear. Now,
and reappear on command.
Now, he could be talking about regurgitating an actual sausage. Maybe we give him the benefit of the doubt.
No, I don't.
I would like to not.
You don't want to?
I don't think that's what he meant.
Alan the Rock turns 50 today. I thought he was
Happy
older
birthday,
than
Rock.
that. The Rock, the Dwayne Johnson, 50 years old today. All right. You know, he's married to this woman who had a famous dad. He married a woman named Lauren Hashian, and they've been together for quite a while.
That's crazy. He had a famous dad, too.
Who, The Rock?
Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah.
Who was his dad?
Rocky Marciano. He's like a wrestler.
They call him The Rock Marciano. Yeah.
He played him on an episode of That 70s Show, bringing it all together.
Hey, look at that.
What was his name? Rocky Johnson?
Yeah, Rocky Johnson.
Rocky
Johnson.
Johnson. Not Rocky Marciano.
He went by
Rocky.
Rocky.
Rocky Marciano.
No, he went by Rocky Marciano when he first came into the WWE, and then he shortened it to The Rock. But yeah, Rocky Johnson. Yeah.
Canadian, by the way. Did you know The Rock was part Canadian?
No.
His father is from Amherst, Canada.
Does it make you part Canadian?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
does. I mean, if his dad is Canadian,
But
right?
where was he born?
My wife's family is French Canadian. They're from Montreal and Quebec, and they moved down here. So his dad is from like way up in Nova Scotia. It's been like the one brown guy in Nova Scotia. Anyway, The Rock is married to this woman named Lauren Hashian, whose dad was the drummer for Boston. This guy, Sib Hashian, was the drummer for Boston. And he was with them for a very brief period of time. He's on their albums, but he didn't last long with the band. And he died on stage.
Oh.
A few years ago, he's playing with a band on a cruise, one of these rock and roll cruises. And he has a heart attack during the set. And he falls over and dies. There's been a couple of people that's happened to. There's a younger guy that happened to not too long ago. Another drummer. But The Rock's father-in-law was doing one of those, I don't know who he was playing with, because Boston hasn't been a band in 40 years. But he's back there behind the drums, heart attack, boom, falls over.
That's crazy.
It's pretty wild. Alan, I'm a college graduate. I never thought about batteries being electric. Mary rocks.
Wait, you're taking pride in this?
But have you heard of Judini?
I'm just saying that you were dumbfounded that I could possibly not know this.
Not
and
just
I'm
by
not
you,
alone.
by every single person that doesn't understand that batteries are electricity.
No. It's not that we don't understand it. It just never occurred to us. We're just like, oh, batteries make our stuff go. That's all I need to know about batteries.
And that blows my mind.
You pick up a pack of batteries and you're like, I'm so glad I'm buying some electricity today.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
Electricity today.
But I understand that it powers an electrical device.
Right.
With electricity.
Okay.
And
But you don't think people don't think about that. But people don't think about that. People don't think.
This is why I can't relate to people.
I can't wait to pick up my small electricity device, my small portable electricity packet to power my remote control. Nobody thinks like that.
You guys are really going to the mat for something that's really immaterial, and it's
not
fine.
even that.
She didn't
I'm just
realize.
It blows my mind. That's all. That no one made that connection because I think it's right there.
The Rock went by Rocky Maivia, people are saying.
Maivia, okay. There
I remember that.
Or Maivia or whatever.
Had the stupid
Maivia,
long
yeah.
ponytail.
He had a
He's
long
a little-
ponytail?
just a little bit chubby. He's like soft.
I remember him being ripped, but yeah, he probably could have been chubby. But I just know he had a ponytail past his butt, and I don't understand how he would wrestle with that because that's the first thing. I'm petty. I'm grabbing hair, like I'm swinging you around by your little ponytail. I'm snatching your wig, homie.
But imagine being, when he was actually wrestling, he still looked like he had some baby fat on him.
That's what I
He
mean.
didn't get huge and jacked
To
until
weigh
after.
I don't remember the ponytail because in the looking back at these, he's got more of like a mop top.
Are you
going on.
thinking of the Scorpion King? Potentially.
No, I thought.
I think he had a ponytail in that.
I think so.
Yeah.
The Mummy 2, that didn't make it onto the top 100 list. Scorpion
Well, I didn't
King.
go through all 101, but
That actually might have been number 3, the Scorpion King one.
No, that was the second one.
Was it the second one?
Because the third one was with Jet Li.
Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah. I didn't make it that far. I had a crush on Brendan Fraser. I think a lot of
they're
people
doing
did.
the new Fast and Furious movie, and the director bailed because he can't stand Vin Diesel.
That's why The Rock bailed.
Right.
The Rock's like, I'm done
Is it the
making these
ego?
movies.
But this guy, Justin Lin, who, like, they pay this guy like $20 million
Right.
a movie. He
And
goes, I'm out.
And he's made like 6 of them.
Yeah.
And he's like, I can't deal with him
No.
trying to
He shows
make
up
it all
late. He's out
family.
of shape.
Yeah.
He goes, he thinks he is responsible for the success of this franchise. Like, they brought The Rock in for 3 or 4 of them, and that's why people went to go see him. Yeah, so this guy walks away from the movie because of Vin Diesel. Imagine that. Because there was a video that went around last week of Vin Diesel and this director. He's like, yeah, how's it? Like a selfie video. We're back on set. And the director's like, hopefully it should be a good time. And, he's just completely disinterested. And about a week later, they go, yeah, he left.
He's gone.
He's not on the movie anymore. Ellen, what the hell is Mary talking about? Does she think about oxygen every time she takes a breath?
No, I don't. I just say,
Listen,
I can breathe.
first of all, if you missed the top of the show today, Mary is, I don't want to speak for her, she's in a bit of a delicate frame of mind today. All
I might be homeless.
She's going to desperately need electricity. She finds herself back on the streets.
Me and Cody are moving in together.
Please make this happen.
We've been trying to make this happen for a while.
Bill and I are going to sneak into your house with Brian, and we're going to spray cat piss all over the place.
So he kicks me
we're gonna
out?
I'm telling y'all, it's sabotage. And we're going to have you and Poundcake move in together.
With all my utility problems and her vermin. I guess it would not vermin. But
Vermin?
not vermin, but cat problems.
Well, you know how cats are vermin.
But yeah, no, it would be a sight to see. Because at least it would be decorated nicely, but then hood on the outside.
If there's one
Which
thing,
one of you, if Poundcake and Mary were cohabiting, which one of you would get sick of the other one first?
I think she would get sick of me first because I can go in my room and be away from everyone.
But
for a
I'm
long
never
period.
there.
Oh, well, then it would
might
be,
actually work.
It would be fine.
Honestly, he's there all the time, and I'm never home.
Yeah, but when I'm there, I'm not even really there. I'm in my room, and then
It's like my freshman year roommate. He went home he was homesick for the suburbs.
Mm-hmm.
He went home 25 minutes away every weekend. And I wasn't Joe Party, but
Yeah.
it was great.
yeah,
Having girls up. Oh, it was the best.
my roommate sometimes he's like, "Well, I didn't know you were here. You were so quiet." Like him and his girlfriend are
Little
loud.
squeaky time, right? Well, yeah, they're louder than you.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying they're loud, and they're like, "Had we known you'd have been there, we would have been a little more quiet." I'm like, "I know. That's why I don't tell you I'm here."
because you
Ooh,
want
you
to
must listen.
Yeah. No, you're not living with me.
I just have like a little thing up to the wall, like.
You keep falling through your stairs at your current place. You're not living with me.
Man, that's how I know. I told Bill. That's how I know I'm a moral person.
Those were your steps?
Those
Yeah.
were my steps.
Are they the back steps?
Those are
Those
the
are
only steps.
I was going to say, you never take the back steps, bro.
No, those are
The
the
only way
steps.
to get to his apartment.
I live
Those
on
are-
the upper level.
But they're in the back?
Yes. Wow. I could
And
have
they're
got a
falling
check.
apart.
I could have got a check.
I asked him, I was like, why didn't you fall down through those stairs and then sue them?
Well,
but
That's what his mom said. That's what his brother said.
everyone.
That's what poor people think.
And it
that's
went through my
that's a
mind.
gamble, obviously.
But it's not a
you could break a
gamble.
leg
It's a
for
gamble
50
if you
grand.
shatter your spine.
Nah, you're
and
just
you
gonna
try
break a leg.
and you try to recoup. Yeah, because you know how easy it is to sue property owners.
No,
that
they would've-
always goes
They would have
great.
settled right away because
Not for the money you wanted. They go, we'll give you 30 grand.
He's
if
happy
you're
with 30
lucky.
grand.
But I'm saying 30 grand is like that.
It's nothing if you have hospital bills because you're partially paralyzed. Is my point.
Well, it was a half a story, like because it was like in the midsection of the steps. It was the upper level was fine.
So when you walked, did the stair? These are wooden stairs that Poundcake sent us a photo.
I'll-
look like they're in disrepair.
I'll sum it up quickly because I know we have to go to a break. But a couple weeks ago, we got a washer and dryer replaced, and I live on the upper level of a duplex. And the washer and dryer was a dual unit, so it's one stacked on top of the other. So the only way up or down is through these back wooden steps.
Yeah.
Don't know how old they are, but they brought 2 guys and a trolley to get the old washer and dryer out. They had to go down the steps, and the new washer and dryer up, which also had to go up the steps. So at any given moment, this was probably like maybe 2,000 pounds on the stairs. And again, I don't know how old they are. So,
Well, a washer and dryer does not weigh a ton.
but I'm with the two guys and the trolley, and you're
Well,
putting.
it's not 2,000 pounds.
It's not a ton, though.
Maybe
Okay.
600 pounds,
Okay.
depending on how big the guys are.
I don't know.
But were the steps like that before the delivery?
No. So they started.
Really?
They started buckling. Just certain steps started buckling, and I noticed it like right after they brought it because I wasn't there when they installed it. But afterwards, I'm like, where are all these damn wood chips coming from?
You better get a zip line out of your apartment.
Yeah, I was like, where are all these chips coming from? And so weeks and weeks, they just started buckling. And then I was like, we got to call them. And Saturday, I noticed, I'm like, oh, this is like, I walked down and heard, I was like, that's not good.
Yeah.
And so I went underneath the steps and I just like touched it. I was like, I can see through the other side. I can see. So I was like, knowing what I know now, I can't just leave it like this because my roommate's going to come home unsuspecting and fall through. My dumbass is going to forget, and I'll have an Uber Eats driver deliver to my back porch, and then he'll fall through, and the check will go to the wrong person. So I called them, and to their credit, they were like, oh, yes, this is an emergency. We'll fix this right away. It was fixed the very next day. But I sent them the pictures, and I sent my mom the picture, and she was like, honey. She was like, she just sent back dollar signs with a face emoji.
Jesus.
She was like, honey, that's a big enough. Did you fall? Did you scrape your knee? I said, no. She said, but did you fall and break your knee? Did you fall and scrape your knee? I'm like, no.
That was her first thought.
It was
You'll
my
get
first,
some money.
It was my first thought too, because I was like, ain't no way. How does that happen? But I was scared. I still am paranoid to go up there because I'm like, do I really want to trust that they know what they're doing? But
I mean, I hope that you did tell them?
tell them what?
You told the property manager?
Yeah.
This got to get fixed.
This is all
No, they
doc-
fixed it the next day. Like it
It's
was.
already, but I slept over at Erica's and she was roasting me. She's like, "This would happen to you. How do you just go home?" Like it's almost like a cartoon where you just fall through the floor. She's like,
I think the way it would happen with you is like you step on one of them and you don't even like fall and like hurt yourself, but you just fall literally
So I can
straight
just see.
through you and you just like land on the ground like on your feet and there's just like wood falling around you.
she got a kicker. She's like, I don't care how sick I am. That makes my day.
Or
You
like
have
if one leg had gone down and his knee is up by his neck, and he's trying to I gotta get out.
I slept over at her house and she was just telling all her friends. She thought it was hilarious. She was forwarding all the pictures and videos I sent to her.
By the way, he did refer to the dolly they were using as a trolley,
Yeah,
in
I
which
know.
case it probably would have been a ton.
2,000
It would have been 2,000 pounds if they were trying to get a washer and dryer up there with a trolley.
Here comes Lolly the trolley.
Boy. Well, congratulations that you're okay. You sound bummed out that you didn't fall through the steps.
Well, because it wasn't high enough to kill, but it was just high enough to hurt.
Yeah.
I hate that I'm a moral person.
What does that have? A moral person? What does that mean?
I could have just fell through. I could have tripped and fell through the hole.
But that's got nothing to do with your morality. Yeah, but that's a huge gamble.
Yeah.
What if you shattered your tailbone
Some people.
Or
would
he could
take
have
that.
just fractured his ankle.
or something? Yeah,
Broke a toe.
Yeah,
Some
Come
people
on.
would have taken that risk.
Just break something enough to go to the ER. That's it.
No, I don't want it.
You just need like a little fracture in your wrist.
I want to be healthy. I
No,
don't
you
want to be hurt. I don't want to check for being because I feel like that's bad karma. Yeah, you get the money here, but the money gets taken away from something else. I feel like that's how the universe works. I don't know that for sure. I know you don't believe in it, but that's just me. And I don't want to play with that stuff.
Well, then I'm glad you're okay.
Thank you.
You get hit by that trolley on those back steps, boy. That's going to be. You do more than break an ankle. All right, I got a break. I'll have those tickets for you for the Outlaw Festival, July, out of Blossom, Willie Nelson, ZZ Top, and some other bands. If you want to get to that, why wouldn't you? We'll hook you up shortly. And then your last chance today to grab $1,000 at 5:30. Chance to go fund yourself coming up.
The Alan Cox